Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut with my Kelly Real Estate Jerky Daily.
I just learned how to hit a new button.
Yeah, well, everybody makes me do everything around here.
Yeah, everybody, me and George.
Brian, keep going. So keep going.
Galkey.
Yeah.
How is Brian Galkey?
Good. We both were watching there was an AI bot conference this week we were supposed to be at, and I didn't want
in Florida, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to fly, and he's in Dallas. And so they did a virtual, which was great. So I got to see a bunch of, I missed a couple of them because of work and everything else, but I get all the videos and everything else. So, but there was some amazing stuff that's going on. And, I thought I knew some stuff, and I don't know much compared to what they do.
But you know a lot. I mean,
yeah, I know,
I listen to you talking, you know a ton.
Yeah, but still, there's so much to learn. And the problem is everybody goes to conferences and then don't do anything. So stop going to conferences.
If you're not going to do anything.
Well, go there, get something, come back, and don't go to another conference until you implement what you just learned.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest problem.
Those are wise words from Ed Parcaut.
That's right. Sometimes I have them. All right. So today is Thursday. You went to Rotary. I did not because I said I wasn't. Anyway.
Well, you saw an email that said what our upcoming speakers were going to be, and you're a little disheartened.
Well, it was not something that was going to shock me that I want to see and listen to. I mean, today they had some awards they were giving out. That was great.
It was nice to honor our police and fire people and sheriff.
Here's some participation fucking trophies, and thanks for coming by.
Yeah, they finally got out of third grade.
Yeah, and it's like somebody else was like, "How Dana Perino from The Five? You know who she is? You ever watch The Five on Fox?
Yeah, I do.
She was like, she hates, just like I do, all the kindergarten graduations, the freaking fifth grade, junior high, all that. And I'm like, junior high here in Modesto is so important because most of those people won't see a high school graduation.
Yeah, exactly. Like me. No, I graduated, but I went back. The kindergarten graduation, the parents got together and, wouldn't it be great if we did this? And so the schools say, sure, but I didn't have a kindergarten graduation. I just got to go to first grade.
I didn't get,
and that was exciting.
I didn't graduate kindergarten.
You still working on it?
Yeah, I'm still working on it. I think I have to go back and get my KED.
I think we need to work on colors.
Did you get it? KED, not GED.
ED, exactly. Kindergarten education degree.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I try. All right. What do we have today? Let's see
Did we already talked about
Dow's up 302. What?
We already talked about Jolts.
We're going to get Jolts is tomorrow. We got some other ones today.
Okay.
So what did I just say?
Dow's up 302.
Now it's up only 297.
I got 300.
Well, it keeps going down. Don't worry.
Okay.
The 10-year sitting at 4.17.
Wow.
So it's sitting here that we had a little sell off in the bond, and the actual rates were about 10 basis points worse. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I don't know. So
why, Ed? Why?
President Trump announced that he wants $1.5 trillion for the military budget for 2027. That's a 50% increase.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's not a double. It's only a 50% increase. While not guaranteed, the market fears higher debt issuance will follow, that's what led to the bond sell-off today. Not the 10-year, but the mortgage-backed securities.
Yeah.
And that's why stocks are going up now and the bonds are going lower. The other issue, which I'll get into more, was he had made a statement that he wants to ban large institutional investors from buying single family homes like BlackRock and that kind of stuff, so that Americans don't have to compete against them who are trying to buy single family homes.
It's hard to compete against people who have so much cash.
Yeah. Well, what people don't understand is, so there used to be 15 million homes, but now they're down to 14 million. So they are selling off some of them. They're not keeping them forever. But the markets did react to that. The REITs, the real estate investment, whatever trusts, those things are, they dropped about 7% over that. And the home builders also sold off. However, if you look at large institutional investors' accounts, how much do you think they own percentage wise of all the single family homes out there?
20%.
Do you really think that?
Yeah. What is it?
Well, I saw 1 to 3%, and then I saw another one 2.5 to 3%.
Wow, much lower than I thought.
I think everybody thinks they own so many more homes.
That's what you hear on the news is how many homes they own.
Well, well, it's those people who are headlines, it's like the whole thing going on in Minnesota, oh my God, the ICE is the problem. No, ICE isn't the problem. It's people who don't understand law and order and who want to get involved and do these things. It's that fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
You take a car at somebody, you're going to get shot. And that's just the way, because you're going to run me down. I'm going to shoot you too. I don't care. Don't mess around with law enforcement. Stay out of that business. You can do whatever you want and have your little
protest up and down the street. Do whatever you want.
Don't get involved and stop them because it's not going to work out well for you. And then you're going to have a vigil and all the other stuff for what you did. And then they never say how stupid the person is for what they did. They always blame the person who had to. They made that guy shoot her.
Right.
And the other problem was he's been almost run over before by one of those people. So, what's that thing? Me once, shame on me twice or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
They just,
I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of all of it. Let's just get, go back and see, Obama was the deporter in chief. Clinton was too. Nobody cared. No. Nobody cared how many people they took. Millions and millions and millions of people.
And you know who didn't really care? Who didn't whip up the fury? The media.
No, because now it's different. They don't like Trump, no matter what. That's all it's about. This whole thing, and it's like, come on, people, and their attitude. Just tell me the news. Do not interpret it for me.
Some would say that was the beginning of the end for news. Some would say, I don't give a shit about your opinion. Just tell me what the facts are.
You're supposed to give me the facts and let the chips lie where they are and let me make my own decision.
Exactly.
But they don't do that anymore. All right. The other things that came out today was productivity surged in third quarter last year. When they redo the numbers, look at it, it was up 4.9%, far above the 3% forecasted last year. Second quarter was also revised up 3.3%. From 3.3% to 4.1%. So there was a lot more productivity last year than what they thought. The unit labor cost fell 1.9%, sharply below the expected 1%. And in quarter two was revised to a negative 2.9%. This is why does this matter, Ed? Well, because they keep looking backwards and making sure that the numbers are correct. This is all deflationary news and how the AI is impacting output.
Yeah.
So we have, unemployment, really not bad unemployment, because the initial jobless claims rose 8,000 to 208,000, which is huge low. However, the numbers cover the New Year's holiday, which tend to skew the data because, that's what happens. People don't always file for unemployment during that period of time. And plus the offices were closed for 2 days, right? Thursday, Friday. Continuing claims jumped 56,000 to 1.914 million. It's back above the 1.9 million figure. And that also includes the Christmas week, which hints that labor market is not firing on all cylinders. So basically it's saying that I'm looking at this going, okay, this is not really a bad unemployment market, because I think we're at like 4.6 or something like that right now
for the nation.
Yeah. And so I don't see, everybody's talking about, everybody's going to get laid off this, all the middle management's been laid off, and no, they're going to be laid off this year. And so we're getting more productivity out of people with less people. Are you following me there?
Yes.
That's the problem. And we've never seen that before. And that's how it's going to continue to go. And we'll see what happens after this year.
You know what else we haven't seen before?
What?
Gen Zers are not buying as much alcohol as all the other generations. And so the alcohol market is down $830 million.
Yeah, you know why?
They're having gummies.
Yeah, they're doing gummies. Challenger job cuts also. Thanks for taking me away from let me finish my jobless claims, mister. So Challenger job cuts that they come out also today.
Yeah.
That fell to 35,553 in December. It's the lowest in 17 months. Hiring plans, however, were modest at 10,496, strong for December, weak for year over year. What that's saying is the market is still pretty much there. Tomorrow is the BLS jobs report, and the market expects 60,000 new jobs in December.
Really?
And for the unemployment to dip from 4.6 to 4.5. But, we don't really know.
No, not till the report's out.
That's right. And that's tomorrow. So that's what they're looking at. So other than that, so there's not it was jobs week this week. What is it showing? It's not really bad and it's not really good.
Yeah.
It's just okay.
It's middle of the road.
Yes. Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole thing about people drinking, that's been a problem for a while. And that's why they went to ready-made cocktails and other stuff. And mocktails where they're not, so they can drink, but without alcohol.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, but it's not helping the market as much as they had hoped.
Well, that's
the ready to drinks, the RTDs are still very big.
The typical time that alcohol, tobacco and firearms, when you buy those stocks is when we're going into a downturn because people start drinking and smoking and shooting when things are bad. Things aren't bad right now.
No.
And that's the difference. Lennar is exiting the multifamily business.
Lennar,
yeah, the builder.
Okay.
They've been doing it for a while. Well, after they're going to have a $75 million loss in 2025.
Oh my God.
In the multifamily business. So it's time they sold it, and they're going to focus on what they supposedly do better than anything else, which is the pure play home builder. The entry level single family homes where it supposedly holds the competitive advantage. And multifamily only made up 1% of their revenue in 2025.
What's the pure play part?
That's what they could be. That's
what they call it.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just reading. But the big thing because I, like everybody else, thought that the institutional investors owned way more homes than they do.
I figured they did too, obviously, because I said 20%. And what did you say it was?
It's 2.5 to 3%.
Wow.
Well, you also got to look at it this way. They own, what they're doing is they're building tracts to rent also.
Right.
That's their big play. They're not really going out and buying big blocks anymore because people aren't going foreclosure anymore. That was in 2008 through 2012.
Right.
What they're doing now is they're building tracts, and then they own them, and then 3 years they'd sell them to BlackRock and all that. Yeah, exactly. Well, the problem is they're taking the builders from building regular single family home tracts
out of the market.
Exactly. So eventually it's going to get worse. So is this a bad thing? I don't think so. We talked about a couple of different states before that was looking at relieving for property tax for seniors.
Right.
Tennessee is now looking at it. They're looking at changing it to a full reimbursement where you don't pay property taxes for 65 plus if you've lived in Tennessee for at least 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be cool for Modesto.
Well, Modesto is
for me because I'm almost 65.
They're not going to do that.
I know.
Because they need that money to be wasted. The $76 billion. They wouldn't have the $76 billion to waste like they did.
Right.
We were just talking about the scene. So I asked Chad to figure out, because as a veteran who's almost 100% disabled, a lot of states get rid of the property tax exemption. Right. There's 22 states that have full 100% exemption. Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Hawaii, Illinois, Iowa, Louisiana, Maryland, Michigan, Mississippi, New Mexico, New Jersey, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Texas, Virginia, and Wisconsin.
Wow.
However, Georgia and Ohio reduce it differently, and the other states do partial exemptions, credits, or reductions. Like in California, it's based off of the county what they want to do, and basic exemptions up to 161,000 of the home's assessed value. That's all they take off.
Really?
Yeah. So,
well,
unless you're low income, then you get up to 241,000.
Really?
Yeah. I think they should
for the person who served our country.
That is for the person that served our country.
Oh, if you're low income and that person.
Yeah, exactly. That's
gotcha.
What I'm saying is if you're what they supposedly were going to, someone put a bill at the state to make it fully exempt for 100% service connected disability people. And they said, we'll table it for 2 years because they need the money.
Jeez.
And that's the problem. They do so much for everybody else except for the people who actually pay the bills.
Right.
I mean, they just had the anniversary of the fires in LA. I don't know if you saw that. They were all together looking at it. It's been 4 years and 12 homes have been built. 12 of them.
Which fire in LA? Not last year's fire.
Yeah.
It hasn't been 4 years.
No, anniversary. First year anniversary.
Oh, okay.
Did I say 4 years?
Yeah.
No,
which confused me.
I meant to say this is the anniversary for the fire in LA.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that one. It's 1 year anniversary.
And they've got 12 homes.
12 homes have been built in the last year.
Jesus.
And that is the fastest getting rid of trash ever, she said, Karen Bass. But there's ladies who are wearing shirts that say, Karen Bass burned my home.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and you have to kind of believe that. Their fire chief, no response. Karen was in Hawaii, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the bullshit about how they're going to streamline everything for people to be able to rebuild their properties, and now they're planning on turning the Palisades into a multi-density family area.
Yeah, well, they're not. Yeah, but that's why Trump should step in and fix that.
Federal, yeah.
And then let Newsom fight him over it.
Yeah, and a federal investigation into Newsom's fraud is going to be interesting.
It's not going to happen.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because they're doing one for everybody else that's around him, and you're hearing anything. One of the things they were talking about, you know what the absorption rate is for homes?
No.
Well, what's it for sponges and for paper towels?
100%.
How fast it picks up the water.
Yeah.
So that's they're looking at, like, Houston and Chicago has median prices around 365,000, but Chicago's 9.1% absorption rate versus Houston 5.7%, signal tighter competition and faster turnover in Chicago. So even though we're talking, so there's less houses on the market, and that's what you're looking at. You got to look at the absorption rate, not how many houses, how much of the inventory is on the market. It's how quickly the inventory leaves the market.
Right.
That's what you have to focus on. And I'd like to know what our absorption rate here in Stanislaus County is, because I would assume it's pretty high.
Let me look.
And do they even put that in?
There's got to be a way to figure it out.
Well, you could always do it tomorrow on the California News Day when you do your numbers.
Yeah.
That gives you plenty of time, because you have nothing else to do today anyway.
You're right.
And according to Varney, you older people have really trouble with technology. So
yeah,
he had to go to he talked about today, he had to go to the DMV, and he needed to get some stuff off his phone, but he couldn't print it and this and that. And it's like, okay, well, just take some time and figure it out, old man.
Yeah. Well, that part isn't that tough.
No, it's technology is not that difficult. It's just if you don't really want to learn it, that's the problem.
Yeah. You know, when I was at PMZ and the first computers came out, the first laptops, we had a special on buying laptops through PMZ. I bought me a little Odell. I think it was
Odell. There was no such thing.
It was
as
a
Odell.
little old Dell, refurbished. I think it was a 10 megabyte hard drive. It had an 8 gigabyte or 8 kilobyte processor or whatever the hell it was. Anyway, you know, we had classes. We had weekly classes on how to be able to use the damn computer. And that saved my life, man. Because I didn't know anything.
Yeah, well, Marcia,
I was able to learn, but I didn't know a thing.
Well, I'm just amazed how many people have no idea about computers, because that's all I've been doing forever. And, you know, when Marcia started her master's, she really didn't know much. And that was years and years ago.
Right.
And she was writing an article and she lost it. It wasn't lost. It was
gone.
just saved in the wrong place. Exactly.
Yeah.
And she was freaking out. I'm like, here, come here. Look, here it is. Oh, thank God. Uh-oh. Got a Chinese spy listening. Well,
all the information we're given is going to put them ahead of the game.
That's right. All right. I mean, that's really all the noise and news today.
Absorption rate. I got to work on absorption rate tomorrow.
Because that's how fast things leave the market once it's put on the market. And I think the absorption rate will matter how you price your property.
Yeah.
And what's wrong with your property. If you have a house that's almost $1 million house and you need to replace all the windows in it, don't try to sell it.
Replace them or reduce the price.
Yeah, or just do it yourself and then see how expensive it really is.
Right.
But that's it's not their fault you picked the wrong windows.
Well, actually, they picked good windows. They failed, and the company went out of business.
Yeah, but the question is, how often do windows fail that are good?
I don't know. That's a good question, because I would assume they fail more often than not.
Oh, don't you know some people in that industry?
I knew people that were in that industry, no longer in it.
Oh.
I'm going to talk to that guy today, so I'll ask.
Okay. All right. And then didn't you list the property yesterday? Because I saw it all over freaking Instagram.
I did. I was doing my job. Yay. 1835 Coley Avenue in Escalon, the wonderful, quaint little town of Escalon. 1,600, county says 1,619 square feet. Seller says 1545. That's the front room or the front
What does
house.
the county say?
1619.
And what does he say?
1545.
And what did the appraiser
I
say?
sold this to him. I'd have to look at the appraisal. I don't.
That's because you go off the appraisal or the county.
Yeah. So anyway, sold it to him back in 2018. He completely took it down to studs, raised it up a little bit, added a one-car garage off the backside, raised the garage in the back, and there already was a studio back there, and turned that into a nice little one-bedroom, one-bath apartment. Getting $1,200 a month rent on that, asking $675 for the 2 units.
This is in Escalon.
This is in Escalon. So,
yeah, that'd be. I think somebody read. What's the address?
1835 Coley Avenue. So it's a great little property.
Yeah, and that's accessory unit, right? It's not a. It's not a two. It's only one unit with accessory unit.
How do you look at this? So they're on separate meters. So they're on separate gas meters. They're on separate electric meters. So I'd say 2 units on one lot.
What does the county say, and what did they do? Did they make the changes? Because it's going to depend on.
I had to go to the county to find out that there was a permitted property when I sold it to them in 2018
for the unit in the back.
For the unit in the back, and it is.
Okay, then because then the reason I'm asking this question is it's 2 units, and then now you can it's a totally different that
game.
Well, you can. Prior to a while back, if it was an accessory unit, you couldn't use the rents for it. You had to be a 2 unit. Now, so if it's truly a 2 unit, then it's easy to do the rents for the back.
Yeah.
You're supposedly able to now with accessory for Fannie and Freddie, but we'll see.
Goodbye, Sea of Stars 9650.
The brother thing irritates me.
Does it?
Yeah.
Because we're not brothers?
Well, no, I mean, I every vet is a brother and
right.
and stuff like that.
But yeah, to listen to you and Ralph speak and thank you, brother, and stuff like that. I understand the respect of being in the service.
Right. And I'm sure there's other people who can say it, but just if you don't know who I am, how old are you? Because maybe you could be. My dad was in Vietnam.
You could be my sister. You could be my brother. Yeah, you never know. You never know. I know that I don't have any other kids running around out there
that you know of.
Yeah. Well, she would have to hate me that much that she wouldn't tell me. And I know that's in the movies a lot, but.
All right, everybody, make it a great day. Thanks for being here.
Peace
we appreciate
out.
you. We hope you got a little bit of news out from us.
I will work on the absorption rate of Stanislaus County.
Because that will tell people why they need to act faster.
Yeah.
And I was trying to explain this because I have a lady who's looking at, remember we talked about the leasing. She was going to check into that.
Yeah.
Because I think it's important to buy now and not wait a few more months. Because if Trump keeps doing the stuff he's doing and other stuff, and when his person gets in May, his new person gets in there, and if they start buying the long-term bonds, like I think they're going to do, rates are really going to drop. I don't mean to 3%, but they're going to go down at least another 1%.
So you'll see them in the 5s.
Yeah. And so we're going to see a lot of people at that time beating
jumping
down
doors.
In the market. Yeah. So I think this summer is going to be a very good summer. But, but if you're really struggling last year, it's not going to be a good summer. So just get out. I don't need the competition.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't want all your loans. I just want all your VA loans.
There you go.
Just send me all your VA loans. That's all I want.
Actually, if you're a lender that doesn't do a lot of VA loans, just send them to you.
Yeah. Lately, that's all I've been doing. And it's so much nicer. It's just easier. We communicate right. We know each other. Trust is built in. They know I'll do what and then they're
you're
just
a veteran
facts.
dealing with veterans.
Just the facts. Give me the facts. Just straight to the point. No sugarcoating. You're gonna make me cry. That stuff's not gonna happen.
You don't cry.
I do.
No, not
in dog movies.
my dog Tag.
All right, make it a great day. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Ed.
All right, bye.
Bye.